Good morning, everybody. Come on in. Yeah, last night was like dodgeball, so you know. Where is everybody? Oh, there we go. We're coming in now. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Good morning, Ava. Good morning, Sophie. All right. Oh. Good morning, Victoria. Good morning, Dre. Good morning, Cheryl, Cynthia, Holly, Sophie. Who else we got here? Sweet. Good morning, sweet peas. Good morning, everybody. Come on in, come on in. That's a beauty. That's a pretty view right there. Yeah, it was like this last night, too. The only thing, right before we stopped, I really kind of stopped last night because I got tired of dodging skunks and deer. They were all over the place last night. I'm just glad we didn't hit anything. That was some serious roadkill right there. I got that sleepy voice. I'm mad at Subway. We go to Subway. I was looking forward to that breakfast sandwich that they serve. Well, guess what? No breakfast sandwiches. So we're back on the freeway, headed out. How's everybody doing this early morning? Oh, Samantha, well, the one we were just at, there's a deer right there that got killed. Good morning, question everything. Good morning and evening, Chippy. It's morning to us, probably evening for you. What were you doing? Were you parked? Well, good morning, Blake. Good morning, Shelley Jones. And everybody come on in, come on in. It's morning time. I was told that on Channel 5, they announced that a comedian was going to be at the Laugh Factory. And he was saying, come on in, folks. Justin posted it. I wonder if it's back. We need to check if Terrence Williams is going to be there at the Laugh Factory. Just roll with it. And the reason for the title the way it is because the boys do need justice. There is a fact. They do need justice. They need to make arrests in regard to the boys. But who will be arrested, we don't know. But there's always new people. We did get some rest. Apple's gonna nap some more still. To me, what it boils down to me, actually we're supposed to get home by, I think, 11 p.m. Yeah, by 11 tonight. So we actually knocked down some time. Roll with it, that's correct, you know. It would be nice if that stopped, but honestly, drama goes everywhere. There's going to be a lot to come to light. And question everything, that is correct. You're correct. But, well, you're partially correct, though. It's definitely not all for show. Not for me. I refuse to let the drama in. And I'm not going to let the drama in. Cassandra's life on our Facebook page, we actually post missing people from all over. Robert Reap, I'm doing pretty well. We are still in Texas. I know we're a few hundred miles from the border. Hello, Shippy. And it is very odd that a lot of missing persons cases don't get published out there on a nationwide. But a lot of the reason that I think that happens that way I think a lot of it happens that way. Oh wow, that was pretty cool. There was a couple vultures back there eating a roadkill. But anyways, as I was starting to say, the reason I think a lot of it doesn't get out there, to the media is what happens with almost all missing persons cases is once the report is filed and they actually have a missing persons case, it winds up turned over to a detective, and in most areas, like Los Angeles County, it gets turned over to a homicide detective. Because a lot of missing persons wind up homicides. And some of them wind up that they're actually suicides, which is going to be handled nearby homicide division also. So when it goes over to, especially in big cities, big cities, because they got so many homicides, large counties like Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, a lot of them don't wind up on the news because they're so overwhelmed. And then, as we all know, one of the big things going out right now is the defund the police. And I've actually talked to police officers in different areas and sheriffs in different areas. And it's sad that already a lot of detectives have been put back on the street as street cops, basically. So the detectives are having a double load, which means defund the police means defund investigating. Good morning, Autism Mama. And if you really, good morning, TJ, if you really start defunding, it's gonna hurt major cases. Another division that I know, I don't remember if it was LAPD or if it was the Los Angeles County Sheriffs, but another one of the divisions that's going to get hit hard, which really is truly sad, is the Special Victims Unit, SVU, which basically deals with child molestations and rapes. We only have 1,188 miles to go to get home. I mean, it's... There's a lot of stuff going on. There's a whole lot of stuff going on. We will get home tonight about 11 o'clock. I think we got like 300 and something miles left of Texas. It is a long journey, and I told Apple the next round we will not be driving, we will be flying. We will fly and we will take Uber or Lyft from the airport to the parents' house. In the Antelope Valley, we have a lot of unsolved missing persons. We do. Good morning, Thicky Nicky. Means the troopers were out there. Thank you, Carol. Thank you so much for the super chat. Yeah, flying would, flying would have been quicker. That's for sure. Told there's going to be a protest in Lancaster today in regards to the police. Hello, Oni. Eric Nations, good morning. I will not make it to the protest that's going to happen in Lancaster, California. I won't be in town. But during the prior protests, I made all of them. I covered them all. I was right up front. Yes, folks, please hit that thumbs up, while you're in here or when you come in. Do it as you come in, and it'll be there. Good morning, Dihala. But I mean, missing persons in the Antelope Valley. There's Monique Figueroa. Thank you for the super chat, Cassandra. There's Michelle O'Keefe, I think it is. There's Gloria Huerta. There's an Los Angeles County Palmdale sheriff that went missing. I think it was in 1998. There's also a 14-year-old young man that went missing at Jane Reynolds Park. And as far as I know, he's still missing. The 3 females, it looks like all 3 of them, there's foul play. And all 4 of those ones, all 5 of those, I know, from the Antelope Valley, they're all being investigated by homicide. my thoughts on the boys? Well, first, I think we should go over some of the facts if we're going to speak in regards to them. If we're going to speak in regards to them, what we got is the original call to the police came out early in the evening on December 21st, 2020. The call came in from 10717 Aspen in Cal City, California, that 2 toddlers, ages 3 and 4, went missing from the location. It was stated by the adoptive parents that it was cold inside the house. So Trezell went out back to gather firewood. Actually, he went on the side yard in the field to gather firewood to start a fire because it was cold in the house. It was close to Christmas, and then they stated that they had put the boys out back so Jacqueline could wrap presents inside the home. Trezell said he was throwing wood. Okay, he was throwing wood, and he left the back gate open. Good morning, Bruce. He left the back gate open, and it was just getting dark when apparently the boys went missing. And it was actually a special day, you know. That special day was the Star of Bethlehem, which comes, I think they stated, about every 800 years. So Trezell said he was throwing the firewood. He went, and the boys were gone. He searched. He went in the house to search. Okay. So he went in the house to search. He was by video, I think it showed he was in the house for like 40 some odd seconds. Okay. Then he went out, he drove around the neighborhood, whatever way he went, you know, and he was gone for approximately 6 minutes. He came back, and it was approximately another 11 minutes before they called the police department. It's the same. Okay? They were in sweats. Alright? They were in sweats. They both weighed close to the same. They were both close to the same height. When the police were there, they had stated, this came from Chief John Walker, that foul play was suspected. Good morning, Regina or Rob, whichever one it shall be. They stated that foul play, okay, and very suspicious. Shay, yes. We're going to go back to that. So that's the deal, okay? When the police came, they couldn't find, they saw no footprints. They searched the area, residents searched the area. Good morning. You know, if they couldn't find footprints, that is when the chief came and said he believed the boys did not walk out of that home on their own, that they had to have been helped by an adult. An adult basically had to pick both of them boys up and walk away. So then we go to the interview, all right? You go to the interview. Jacqueline and Trezell did their interview. That was after a lot of persuading by, I'm going to say, Perla Shaheen. Perla Shaheen was on top of it. Perla Shaheen saw what everybody was doing just as I did. But she was able to persuade them, apparently, to come out and do an interview. I'm sure okay. Adrian, we are going by what the call-in times and so forth were. Okay. But then, you know, they all right. Not only did it then CSI showed up, FBI showed up, They served, I think it was 5 warrants on that home. There's been a lot of rumors to go around, folks. But the night that they supposedly went missing, there was one neighbor that I know of. There was another. He spoke with Brian Wang last night. I'm not going to go to conspiracies, but what I'm going to say is the night that the boys supposedly went missing, okay, that they were reported missing, a lot of people would have been outside waiting to see the Star of Bethlehem. everything, yes. I have to go by. I go by what actually the calls were and so forth. We have to bring that out. Oh, yeah. Oh, I thought maybe he did an interview with the chief recently again. Because I haven't seen the chief speak in a long time in regards to this. But anyways, that night, folks, the Star of Bethlehem, how many people do you think were waiting to see the Star of Bethlehem? Because it was a special night. I'm sure people around there were out there watching. But only one neighbor was able to state that he saw Trezell driving around the neighborhood looking. And none of the neighbors were able to say that they heard either one of them out there yelling, calling for the boys. And hello, Sherry, welcome. Cal City area. You know, I really can't speak for them on why they go search, but if it was my children, my Terry G, I met Chief John Walker. And I was in that town for quite some time. And I'm going to tell you straight up, something is not right there in that town. But what it's about right now is it's about the boys. I think they actually called 911 if I'm correct. You know, it's Cassandra, that one, I know a lot of people are saying they never made it to Cal City, but that's because there was statements made stating made it to Cal City, but the thing there is the fact that they say they never made it to Cal City. There's no proof of and I actually spoke video and go public. But he stated, I saw little kids at that home when they first moved in. Little kids. Okay, at that home when they first moved in. But then he didn't see them. The only thing he would see was Jacqueline and Trezell taking the dog out for a walk. But Sherry Vasquez, I don't think it would matter if you took a canine dog back to either location, because it's been so long. So many people have been through there. And good morning, Betty. I see you there, sir. See, that's the thing. Everybody can believe what they want, you know, but there has been no facts to show either way. You know, there's no facts to show that they left Bakersfield. There's no facts right now as it is to show that they made it to Cal City. But I am listening to the one neighbor that basically lives almost across the street that said he saw little kids at that home. And, oh, look at all them vultures and stuff right there, eagles, hawks. If you have a neighbor that straight tells you, hey, I saw little kids there, but then when they first moved in, but then you never saw the kids there. I'm not even, hey Benny, we won't even discuss the other channels, you know, so we can keep it on track here. Thank you, sir. We know there's a lot of stuff happening all over out there, you know. Thank you, sir. But, I mean, if you got one neighbor that says, hey, I saw kids there, but then no kids, but all they would see, which is the same thing you would see over at Wanda's house. You would see them walking the dogs, but you never see any children. And when the neighbors that night, this is really, I mean, this is a hard one to get away from. That night, none of the neighbors heard anybody yelling for the kids. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but would not the first thing you'd be doing was be screaming for your children, yelling their names? And nobody heard them calling those boys. Nobody heard them. Can we say that they're guilty? No, we can't. Because there have been no facts brought through. Can we say that that house on Aspen was called a crime scene? Yes, we can, 100%. And that came from Bakersfield CSI. And that's a fact. And another fact is there has been we know of 5 warrants served at that home, okay? And then there was altogether approximately 20 warrants in regards to this case. And those are search warrants. Or a warrant for a phone. And, warrants can be for anything. Don't confuse it with arrest warrants. There has been 0 arrest warrants as of yet that we know of. See, that's the part that really has me, is that night was the Star of Bethlehem. We know people were watching for it. We know people were out there in the desert. People were out there for motorcycle riding, ATVs, everything. One night when the FBI, NCSI, and we know Cal City was there, Bakersfield PD was there, they did actually, I saw a crime scene tape one night. When you really start looking at it, it's just very, very odd. Buddy, what do you mean? Oh, my visit with my father was phenomenal. I love seeing my dad. I love seeing my mom. Hello, Amanda. Good morning, Queen Justice. But, is there anyone that can seriously say, that the whole situation is not very suspicious? Apple is asleep 100%. She's napping while I drive. all know there was a lot of different stuff that went on from Cal City to Bakersfield. Okay. There was a lot of statements made about different individuals. Statements, oh, this person hopped the fence, that person hopped the fence, this person went inside the house. You know? So everybody knows, yeah, we have to be back into the Antelope Valley as soon as we can get there. We have a lot going on. You know, there's a lot that's happened in the Antelope Valley since we left. Is this case. Well, oh, I'm sure people have seen Jacqueline and Trezell. And I'm sure there's also sightings that have been called in on Jacqueline and Trezell about they've seen them. There were sightings of them in the Antelope Valley, Lancaster, Palmdale areas also.